Alright, everyone, I'll be there in a minute. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome to my stream. My name is Dante. I'm playing Brass Birmingham, doing the solo versus the Mautoma, which I didn't get the user's name. I probably should have done that, but you can find this on Board Game Geek under the files. Pretty awesome Mautoma. I've played it on easy and medium level. I'm about to try it hard today, and it does a good job at playing as other people. Or yeah, it just does some moves that surprised me for being an AI. And for the most part, it does feel like another person because it's not just doing where some AIs just kind of cheat the system and they can just do whatever they want. Like this one, you don't have to worry about money, so that is one way it cheats the system. But it still has to use iron, it still has to use coal, it still has to make connections. Yeah, and then just automatically flip buildings without the proper resources. But I'm all set up. I am playing as purple. Mautoma is going to be yellow. So in this variant, I'm always going to be first, and it's just going to go back and forth until we've played the whole game. There's a variant that you can keep track of how much money you spend, so that way it actually does change up. But I think for now, since this is the first time I'm doing the hard mode, I'm just going to keep it as the back and forth, and then if I'm successful at it, then I'll try the variant of keeping track of money, and that would just change up the turn order depending on how much I spend or the Mautoma spends. So for hard mode, what nothing changes in the deck of cards besides the randomness of it being shuffled, but what you change in the from easy, medium, and hard mode are the amount of buildings out. So you can already see how there's some missing spaces. Like this one's a industry or manufacturer, and then he already has a level 1 coal that's taken out, but he has some other buildings too that he just doesn't have to do level 1. So it's kind of one way he cheats, but since I'm playing on hard mode, it's how they adjust for you to get just more points against them if you just want a greater challenge. So now out of all the cards, I have all the 2-player cards here. I'm going to deal myself 19. That'll be my draw deck. Because that'll give me like 10 turns for the Canal era. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, yeah. So I don't need these other ones. Put those somewhere else. Shuffle up my draw deck real quick. Do myself my first 8. So keep my draw deck close to me. I don't know why they made the draw pile on the instructions. They want you to have these spaced out like that, and then your draw pile way at the back corner. I just find it easier just to keep it close to you. If you're playing 2-player, just keep it between the 2 players. But yeah, it's a little annoying that they want you to do it way at that corner. But all right, money wise, I'm gonna start with my 17. I just have the regular version. I don't have the deluxe with the iron clay, so I just have my own poker chips that I've always had. So whites are 1s, reds are 5s, blues are 10. And I'll start with 17. And let's see what I start with. Organize here a sec. So I have 2 industry cards. I have a pottery and a brewery. Let's see locations. I have 3 in the yellow. Let's see, Kinderminster, Colebrookdale, and Worcester. And I have 3 purple ones. So 1 Birmingham, 2 Coventry. Now for the board, the random layout. Let me see what they call these. So the 5 merchantiles that go out in a 2-player game. The Shrewsbury drew blank. Gloucester has the one that has all 3 industry tokens. And then Oxford has the cotton mills and manufacturers. So it looks like I need to try to stick over here if I want to sell a bunch of buildings. First turn's always rough. Well, maybe. Because it's all about just setting up. I have 2 for Coventry here. Where do I point using that? Right there, my big old finger. I have 2 for Coventry, 1 for Birmingham. Colebrookdale is pretty far. Way over here. And Worcester's down. Okay, and then I have 1 for each of these 3 down here. Could start. Oh man, I need to build. Maybe start with a link to Oxford. And then just so I can start connecting to all this stuff. Oops. I have 1 too many iron there. Okay. A little messy on the cubes, but oh well. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 of these Coventry cards with 3 money for for a network. So I'll start out from Oxford to Birmingham. Now, so that's going to be my 1 action in the first turn, since we only do 1. The Mautoma. So for his 1 action, I'm going to look at the top card, and on the top left it'll say either draw or develop. This one says develop. So I just need to read how that works real quick. So Mautoma says if a card says develop, simply remove 2 iron cubes from the market and give the Mautoma 3 victory points. You will draw this card and do the actions on its front on the Mautoma's next turn. Okay, so he just removes 2 iron cubes. It's 3 points right away. Pretty easy. So I spent $3, but because with the regular Mautoma rule, it doesn't matter how much I spend. I'm always going to be first player. So I was just going to go to the bank. I'll make my discard pile off camera over here. So I still need to draw 1 card to replace. So I got a brewery card. Now, if I build an ironworks, that'll flip right away. And that'll bump my money up 3. So if I do that, I should probably take a loan first as my first action and then build that as my second. And then that way my money just evens out and I'm not paying any on my loan. Okay, so I'm going to play Birmingham. This ironwork for Birmingham here, it's going to cost 5 and 1 coal. So I am lead to the market here. So 1 coal at the moment costs 1 extra, I believe, pound. I might say bucks, sorry, but that's what I'm used to. So one monies, and it takes 4 iron, but the market has 4 spaces, so that's gonna fill those spots, and the market pays me, so I get 2, 4, 5, 6 total right from the bank. Oh, and this flips. Oh, okay. So all this is gonna be my second action. I just talked about doing it, and then I'm already forgetting. I'm going to play Colbricksdale as my first action to take a loan. So -3. I take 30. And then as my second action, I do that. That'll flip, giving me 3 income, right back to 0. So spent that. Those are discarded. I draw back up. I got an Ironworks and another Ironworks. So now I'm getting all the industry cards. Mine comes at 0, so I don't take anything. So now let's see the Mautoma's turn. The way he works is I'm going to flip a card. I'm going to do one of the actions in one of the brackets on the front side, and on his second action, if he still has one, he'll do it on the back side of the next card. So the front side is he wants to build a what is this? Cotton mill. First he's going to look at Kinderminster, and then he's going to look at Worcester. So Kinderminster, so that's right there. And he doesn't need any coal to build the level 1, so he doesn't need a link to anything. He can just build it. So that's what he's going to do. So that'll come off his board. There's 2 spaces here, but he has to take the one just like a regular player where they have to take the single one, not the one that can also put coal on it. Now as a second action, he's going to look at on the back of the next card, and if he could sell it, then he would. If he can't sell it, then he tries to look for, where is it? If no buildings are ready to sell, check the following condition for all its buildings. First, if it's connected to the merchant, but he doesn't have any barrels, then he would build a brewery. If it's not connected to the merchant, but only one link tile is missing in order to complete it, then he would do that as a second action. Ah. Whoa. I dropped my little Mautoma rules on the ground. Okay. So neither of those are the case. He's 2 links away from connecting. So then he'll look at developing. So he's going to look at the price. If the price of iron, I know these are in black and white, but I'm pretty sure all the cubes, you're always looking at iron as a cost. If iron is 2 or less, which right now it's actually 1, so it does apply, then he's going to develop. As long as the iron that he takes off is 2 or less, and then he'll get 3 victory points. So he'll take these 2 iron cubes that are 1, and then he'll get 3 points. So now he's at 6 total. And that's the end of his turn. Income, I'm still at 0, so I don't get anything. I have my 8 cards ready to go. So now back to my turn. I want to go pottery route. I have the money. I can. I'm going to use Kinderminster for 3 monies to make a connection over here. And then in Coventry, I'm going to spend 17, and I have to use 1 iron from the market. So at the moment it's 2 more. So that'll come off. And I can put, where is it? Right here. Put this little pottery industry on the map. Now for pottery, I still have to connect down here. So I'm going to have to make 2 more connections before I can sell it. But that was my 2 actions. When it goes away, those are discarded. I'm going to draw back up to 8. So I got a brewery and Burden-on-Trent, which is way up here. Mautoma's turn. He's looking in Birmingham. He wants to build a manufacturing industry. Now, if he needed to make a connection to buy coal, he would do that first. But since I already connected it to here, he doesn't have to do that as one of his actions. So he's just going to take one of the industry spots. Now, since I'm playing on hard mode, he starts on level 2 already. So that goes there. He would spend 10, but he doesn't use money. But he does have to use an iron, which that'll come from the market. Now, as a second action, no, looks like he is going to sell. So he can sell because now that manufacturer will sell here and the beer is available. So he's able to sell that right away and take that beer. So he's going to flip that. He takes the beer for that trader, that merchant. And it would give him a bonus on money if he was keeping track of income, but all he cares about is the points. He doesn't. This Mautoma is easy. I just don't have to deal with the money for him. But those were his 2 actions. So he built, and then he sold right away. It's a good move. He did provide me a link, though, so he gave me some You know, it's a 2 point move for me too. Maybe if I build some more links around Birmingham, I just gonna load up. But I should probably worry or work on just making my income higher. Let's see. Do I have 8 cards? I do. Okay, I'm going to have to try to get a brewery out because I have 2 brewery cards. I'm going to need them to sell my pottery. But I'm going to have to make a connection. I can make a connection to Walsall here. Nuneaton has 2 rail tracks, so I can't use that right now. I could do one on Burton-on-Trent as well. But, okay. I'm going to spend Worcester and, oh, that's a bank. 3 of my money for a link going up this way. And then I'll spend one of the brewery cards. So let's see, my level 1 will cost 5. Ooh. Or I can build another ironworks. That'll refill the market. I'll build an ironworks here instead, and then go up here to build beer. I could do that. I do have 2 ironworks cards, so I think I'll do that. So I'm gonna spend 7 for my level 2 ironworks in Walsall. And I have to spend 1 coal. There's none on the board, so I have to look at the market, which I am connected to. The next one costs 2. So I take one of those off. Then the ironworks I just put out produces 4 iron, which the market has 4 spaces. So just from selling to the market, I'm going to get 2, 4, 5, 6 total. And then I get to flip this one, and my money production goes up 3. So 1, 2, 3. So now at the end of every one of my turns, I'm making 2 monies. Okay. So now everything I spent goes away. These cards are discarded. I'll draw 2 more. So I get a coal mine and Wolverhampton. So I have I have Burton-on-Trent. So 2 out of 8 of mine are industry cards. Okay, Mautoma, what are you doing? So he wants to build an ironworks, but only if the lowest iron is priced at 1 or higher, which it is. So he will build this. First, he's going to look at Walsall, which is where I just built my iron, so he can't build there. Then he's going to look at Coventry, which is right here. That one is available. And he doesn't need to use a link because it's already connected to be able to buy coal. So for him, he puts out a level 2 right here. It gets 4 iron, but since the market is completely full, none of it goes to the market. And for his level 2, it also costs a coal, which there's none on the board, so he'll take it from the market. Alright. Okay, so that was just 1 turn. So now, on the back of the next card, he tries to sell if he can. The only thing he could sell is this building at Minster, but it's not connected. It's not because of beer. Let me see if I do that tiebreaker right. So if it was connected to the merchant but missing beer, then you would build beer. But if it wasn't connected and you only needed 1 more connection, then he would make that connection. And he can't do it. Everything still needs 2 connections. So instead, he's going to develop. So iron is 1 or less, which is actually 0 because there's iron on the board. He's going to use 2 of them and get 3 victory points. So he's developing, takes 2 iron from his own ironworks and gets 3 points. So now back to my turn. Well, end of round, income phase, I get 2 monies. So now I need to go back to my original plan of building the brewery. So I will use this Burn on Trent card with 3 monies to network and go up this little river path right here to Burn on Trent. Then for my second action, build my level 1 brewery. So it's going to cost me 5 and 1 iron, which I have to use any that are on the board first. So I have to use his. It's like he was planning. It's like he knew what I was going to do. He knew I was going to use iron. So even though the market didn't need any, he's like, oh yeah, I'll just flip his tiles for him. So I take my level 1, go up here on Burden on Trent. It gets 1 beer barrel, which either I can use or he can use if he starts making his connections. So I still need to connect to Gloucester. I might just do that my next turn, just make my 2 connections, and then that way I can sell the pottery and flip it over. Because if not, those will be major points that I miss out on. Okay, so that's my turn. Those 2 are discarded. Draw back up. I get Kidderminster and Birmingham. Mautoma, what are you doing? He is thinking about building another ironworks, but only if at the market the lowest one is 2+, which right now it's actually at a 0 again because he still has a 1, so he's not going to do that. Then, okay, let's do some coal and maybe some links with it. So he's a coal mine. Let's look at Wolverhampton, which is right there. He's able to do that. And in the canal phase, he'll only build 1 link. So this is going to be his 2 actions. Even though it's on 1 card, it's still 2 separate actions. So he has a level 2 here, which gets 3 coal. And since it's not connected to the market, he can't sell it. So he's just going to stay on the card. And then for his link, a little handy tiebreaker cheat here. What I'm going to look for is, first, he wants to link to a city that's part of his network already, but none of these are part of his. Then he's going to link to a city with the most built industry tile, and it doesn't matter whose they are, which is going to be Walsall here. So now he is connected to the network that I've been building. So now if I have to use any coal, I'm pulling from his. Same with iron over here. So those are just 2 actions. Built in Wolverhampton and then made a link. So end of round, my income is still at 2. Alright, so I said I need to... I'm just going to build 2 links, and then next round I'll sell, and hopefully he doesn't do anything horrible against me. So I'll use Wolverhampton card for 1 link, and this ironworks for another link. So total it's going to be 6 monies. I'm going to grab my 2 links here. So I'm going to connect Oxford to Redditch, and then Redditch to Gloucester. And then next turn, I'll be selling that pottery with my beer, depending on what the Mautoma does. So there goes my 6 money. These 2 cards are discarded. Draw back up. The last 2 cards of the draw deck, so I get Redditch and pottery. Another pottery card. The only other pottery that's close by is up here in Stafford. I could build up just to get that level 2 out. And then I can overbuild perhaps to put the level 3. That could be pretty awesome. But anyways, all right. Before thinking about that, let's see what the Mautoma does. He's looking at the South and North Farm breweries, and if he has to make a link to do it, then he will, and he actually can because he has network out here in Kidderminster, so he can make a link as his first turn and then build the South Brewery. So his first turn, he makes this link, and then his second action builds a level 1 brewery, which will money wise cost him nothing, but it is going to cost 1 iron, which he takes from the board and then flips the one he had out. Income doesn't matter, but it is going to give him some points at the end of his era. So now, end of round, my income is 2. Okay, so I have to sell that pottery before it gets too late. So luckily I can... Ooh. This will let me develop 1. I can develop that level 2 pottery and just go straight to 3. This might be possible. I just have to get out to Stafford. Okay, so first... Let's see. Birmingham is useless, so I'll spend that. And to sell... So it links all the way out here to Gloucester, this pottery industry. I need to spend the beer that's on it. So flip this pottery. That gives me 5 income steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I'm getting 4. And the bonus from using his barrel is develop 1. So I'm going to develop that level 2 pottery. Interesting. I would need a lot more, way more money though. Because that level 3 pottery costs 22 monies and 2 coal. Which right now, each coal, well, I could take it off his, so I might have to take another loan before I do that. And then I need beer to flip. Oh, I never put his beer on his brewery there. Whoops. Okay, and then as my second action, maybe I should say, let me just try it. I need to work my way up there. I am 1 beer short. I don't like that. If he makes a link, maybe I can use it. Alright, so I'll spend 3 for doing networking. So do that right there just so I can get some points off my own. So those are my 2 actions. These cards are discarded. There's nothing to draw left. I'm only down to 3 rounds after this, after the Mautoma goes. So it looks like he's trying to put more beer on the board. So first he's looking at Colebrookdale, which he can do. It's easy. He puts a level 2 barrel out. But since it's canal era, he only puts 1 barrel out there. Now it's not connected to me, so I can't use it. That's only for him if it comes down to it. And then his second action is going to be selling. He can sell. Well, no. The one building he can sell is one link short. He would either have to go up here to Birmingham or to between Worcester and Gloucester, and that'll be his second action. He's just setting up. Now, as far as let me see, because if a building is not connected to its merchant, but only one link tile is missing in order to complete the connection, the Automa places that link tile. Then his turn ends. So there's two spots. So I do have to use the tiebreaker. So let's see. Link to a city that's already part of the Automa's network. So he is in Birmingham. So there you go. That makes it easy. There's his link. So now, end of round, my income is 4. 3 rounds left. Can I pull this off? I need to make one more connection. I'm going to use this Redditch card for 3 monies and connect up here to Stafford. Now, that pottery is 22 monies, and I'll use I'd have to use his coal, so it'd just be 22. So I'm going to have to take a loan. So I use Kinderminster, go back 3 full money steps. So that puts my income down at 1, but I do take 30 from the bank. Let's see, another 5 and 5. And he did connect his beer. Well, we'll see what he uses. Okay, so those are my 2 actions. Again, nothing to draw because the deck is gone. Mautoma turn. Whoops. He wants to build another, what is this, cotton mill? So first he's going to look at Worcester, which is down here. It's not been built in yet. He doesn't need to provide a link because he already has connections out of it. So he takes his other level 1 and pops it right in there. Ooh, we might have a double sell here. Yeah, it definitely looks like it. And then as a second action, as usual, always trying to sell first. So he has 2 cells, and they're both the same building, and they're both linked up to the seller. So I'll just start from top to bottom. You can sell this one, and he's going to use the merchant's beer, and then he's going to sell this one. And he has 2 options as far as his beer consumption. Let's see, for building selection, in case of a tie, the Automa sells from the building in the city, blah, blah, no. Okay, so I'm just going to use a tiebreaker on, they have a little 4 square on the card here. So he has 2 barrels. He can pull from either of them because they're his. So a little square here, I'm just going from top and bottom here. So it says he chooses the top, which actually kind of makes sense because if he wants me to use the beer, all I'm doing is flipping his tokens for him. But that brewery will flip. And end of round, my income is 1. Collect that. Okay, so now I'm connected to Stafford. I'm going to build that level 3 pottery. So it's 22 and 2 coal, which I have to use from his to put that there. And I can sell it because I have 1 brewery at mine at Burton-on-Trent, and then I am connected to his, and I'm connected to where I can sell it. So let me just take care of that right now with this beer card. So I'm going to use both of these. I'll flip his. Don't have to worry about anything right now. Flip mine. That puts me up 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4 for income. And then flip over this level 3. Puts me up another 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those are my 2 actions. So when it goes away, these 2 are discarded. Mautoma. Looking at possibly building an ironworks, but only if the lowest costing one is 4, which right now it is at 1, so he's not doing that. How about a brewery? First, looking at Nuneaton, which the spot is open, so that's going to be his first action. So he can build a level 2 there. Since we're in the canal era, he only puts 1 beer right there. Now his second action, as usual, tries to sell, but there are no buildings to sell. So now he's going to look at developing. So if the cost on the market is 2 or less, which it is, it's at 1, he's going to develop 2 and just get 3 points. So 2 of these go away from the market. He gets another 3 points. So now he's at 12 total. And now it's my last action. Now, so I have a brewery and a coal mine. I can build coal here, and when I build it, it'll just go to the market. I'll get money and flip and get more income. That'll be good, just kind of set up. So I think I'll do that. So my level 1 coal mine, and I'll just get rid of the level 1, but it costs me 5 monies and nothing else. Put that here, which will get 2 coal, but I'm connected to the market, so I'll sell it and get $4 out of that. So really, this little move just cost me $1, one money, and my income goes up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have a brewery as my last card, but I can't. It wouldn't make sense to build a brewery anyways because it's a level 1 and it would just go away after this canal. Now, what are my options? I can just use it. Probably just develop and just take out my level 1s. So I think I'm just going to do that. I want to develop 2 buildings. Both of these irons cost 2 each, so it's 4 cost. I can take out my last level 1 brewery here, and I guess I'm definitely not going that route. I guess this level 1 manufacturer tile. It looks like I'm definitely ignoring the cotton mill. Okay, and those are my 2 actions. When it goes away, the Mautoma still gets his last turn for this canal phase, so let's see what he wants to do. He's going to look at Tamworth, which no one has done anything with right there, and he wants to build a cotton mill, so he can build a level 2 there. He does need a link though because he needs to spend coal. So these are going to be his 2 actions. He's going to build a link, and then he's going to build the cotton mill. Going blank on it. So he has a level 2. Build spots are the same, so it doesn't matter which one he takes. Oh, but then first, yeah, he'll build his link. And with all the tiebreakers, he's going to link it into Birmingham because that would give him the connection and most points. So he needs to spend 1 coal, which of course will be his last one. And again, that's how he plans it out on his last turn. He knows that he's missing out on points, so he flips that over. Now, big points, but still 2 from there, 1 for the link. And that's his 2 actions. So now income, I'm at 8. So let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll be going into the next round with 15, 18 monies. So now that's it for the canal area. So now I go into counting up points. And if you can give me 1 second, I just realized I don't have my phone on me. Okay, sorry about that. Just so I don't mess anything up in counting, I just punched into my calculator. Lazy, whatever. But let's start with, I'm in last place with points, so I'll count my links first. So this one up here, that'll give me 3 points. This connection, 1, 2, 3. This one's 3. We have 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 2. So links for myself, I made 25 points. I'm at 0, so I'm just going up to 25. Okay. Now for, let me put these away. Now for the Mautoma. Okay. This one right here is giving him 4. This connection is 3. Let's see. 2 and 2. So he made 11 points on his links, plus he's already at 12. So he's at 23. 2 points behind me just on links. Hey, how's it going? So very wrong about games. Need some tips for card green screening. I can never get it to look the way I want it. Yeah, I think I just have a really bright light over it, so that way it picks it up the best it can. I just got a green, like, let's see if I have a rust. I don't have an actual green like screen. I got this at Walmart, where they cost 98 cents or something, and just cut a piece out and just put it on the table next to me, just tape it on with the webcam over it, and then just try the whole green screen thing. But I try to get a green that I know I'd probably, well, I guess it doesn't matter if I'm going to wear it because it's just on the table. But works out well so far. Yeah, and then same with lighting. Like I'm still learning on best ways to do everything, but I bought some, some cheapo LED lights from Amazon, and just have it one right over that spot, so that way it really lights up my hand, and you can see it when the shadow or it gets dark, then it starts covering up the screen. But yeah, it does pick up whatever I put on it pretty good. Yeah, I didn't realize that in my house, at least in this room, I had those soft white lights that I think people normally buy, but I changed to the daylight ones. but because the soft white gave off like that little yellowish tones to it, where it doesn't look as bright. But yeah, I just got some like regular lights at Walmart too that just had a lot of output to it, and this is like the brightest room in my house now. My wife hates it. Okay, so real quick, I just need to count up the points here. So I'll do. Oh man, he got a good amount. This is gonna be a rough game. So let's see. Starting here, she's got 5 plus 2, 5, 4, 5, 5, and 5. Made 31 points in just buildings. And let's see, he's at 23, so plus 23. So he's at 54. No, I built my PC maybe like 7, 8 years ago, and I'm pretty much using all the USB connections on there because there's 2 on the front, and I think I might have like 6 USB connections on the back. So I have the 3 cameras, this overhead, the one for the green screen, and then this face one, and then I have another USB going to for the microphone, and then the other ones might be taken too, just from small things like mouse and not for the keyboard. I have that one wired in, but yeah, I know what you're talking about, like those little 5-in-1 USB controllers. But I had enough on my PC right now that I didn't need that. Okay, so I still need my buildings. So I'm at 11, 1, 4, 5, 3, 10. So I made 24 total plus my 25, 49. Okay, so hard mode with this Automata is harder because I am losing right now. So yeah, him being able to skip out on buildings, uh, it's working so far. Okay, so right now the current score 54 to the Mautoma, myself at 49, pretty close game. Now to finish out the canal area, I need to take out all level 1 buildings. So it took out 3 of his, and for mine, here, that level 1 pottery. So I'm left, man. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings out that stayed. So he's got a good network. I have 2 that are kind of in the middle of the board. So I'm gonna have to work my way to these merchants. So the merchants get their beer refilled. I need to make a new Mautoma deck. So there's A, B's, and C. So I need to separate them real quick, and then there's a certain way you recreate his deck. So from the A pile, first I draw 4. From the B, there's only 4 cards, but I need to draw 3 of these. And then from the C, I need to draw 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Give these a quick shuffle. Now I just draw 1A, 1B, and 1C. Give those a quick shuffle. Throw those on top of the deck I'm making, and then take the 2 C's left and the rest of the A's left. Quick shuffle. And I put those on top of the deck I made, and then I'm going to flip this over so I see the back side of it. Now I need to do my own game deck. So I take all 40 cards that are used for the 2-player game, and then I'm just going to deal myself a stack of 20 cards, and those will be the 20 cards for my 10 turns. But once I shuffle this up and get my initial 8 cards, again, I'm still going to be first player. This doesn't change unless I want to use a variant where I keep track of how much money he spent. If I lose against him, I won't use that variant, but if I do beat him, then that means I beat each level on my first try, because easy was super easy. I had a huge spread. I played medium yesterday, and I'm trying to think, maybe like within a 20-point spread, so maybe 10, maybe about 10 points, but it was closing the gap. Now I'm actually losing, so I need to figure out a strategy. Definitely try to get that level 5 pottery out in Coventry. I don't have the connections yet for coal. Ooh, well, I'll just have to see what cards I get. So, all right, it's pretty shuffled up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, my 20 cards. Get rid of the other 20. Quick little shuffle to those, and do myself 8. All right, let's organize my cards. Interesting. So I have 4 industry cards, 4 location cards. So 3 breweries and a coal mine. I can go beer crazy. And then location, 2 for Stafford, 1 for Dudley, 1 for Redditch. In the rail era now, these connections cost 5 each and a coal. I might just have to start linking up like crazy. I can spend 15. Maybe I can do a double rail move. Nope, can't afford it, because it would be 15, and each coal from the market costs 2 each. So I'd be 1 money short. I'd be able to get to his beer, but yeah, just the 1 money short is what gets me. Okay. In Redditch. Let's see, Stafford is where I can build a beer in Stafford, and that'd just be my beer. Start putting these brewery cards out. Ooh, and Walsall. Can I afford to put all these beers out? Let me see. Because they cost 7 money each. Iron is $3 a pop at the market. Can I build iron instead? So not at Stafford, at Dudley. Dudley I can. Oh, but I need a coal connection. Because it does cost 1 coal, which that's not going to work. So it looks like I just need to start making my connections. Let me start with a Stafford card, because I don't need both of these. So it cost me 5 money. And I will come out from Gloucester to Redditch on the train side. And I have to buy a coal from the market, which costs 2. And then as my second action, and build at Redditch. For 7, a level 2 coal mine. That's all it costs is 7 monies. So that one to get 3 coal. And since I'm linked to the market, it'll sell it instead. So I'll get 4 monies. And that's that. So that money goes away. These 2 cards are discarded. Draw 2 more. I have Wolverhampton and a Ironworks. The AI, what are you doing? How are you going to mess with me? He wants to build a cotton mill. And first looking at Woolchester, which right now is completely empty. For his cotton mill, he does need to spend for his level 3. Whoops. For his level 3, he'd have to spend a iron and a coal. So he would have to make this connection first. So first, let's make his connection right into Gloucester. So that uses 1 coal. And then for his second action of placing his level 3 cotton mill, that's going to use 1 of each here. Yeah, because there's nothing on the board you can use. So those are his 2 actions. So the back of the next card doesn't matter. Income, I get 8. And now, I kind of want to build that Ironworks. That'll give me a decent money and flip over that for me. So yeah, I'm going to build the Ironworks card to build it in Redditch. So my level 3 Ironworks cost 9 monies. There's no coal on the board. In the market right now, 1 coal is 2, so that's 2 more. My level 3 here in Redditch. So that gets 5 iron, which will all go to the market and completely refill it. So I get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 money. It kind of paid for itself. Besides using the money for the coal. Now for action number 2. Oh, so I completely forgot. This should have been flipped last turn. So the money would have gone up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I was missing out on 3 money. And then this one flips now. And lets it go up 2. Now my second action. Still just need to continue my links. Can I do the 15 again? No. 2 money short. What about the beer? Let's put one of my beer cards out for take over the one at Stafford. Or even at Walsall, that works too. For 7 and another $1 for the iron. Put out a level 2 brewery. I'll just put it out here. That'll get 2 barrels. And that's those are my 2 actions. Draw 2 cards. The pottery and coal mine. Mautoma. Let's see. He is looking to build a coal mine. Looking at Kidderminster, which is available right there. So he has a level 3 that he can build. And his level 3, he has to use 1 iron. That'll just come from the market. So he gets 4 coal on it. And since it's not linked up to the market, he won't sell any. It just goes there. And then he wants to build a double link from where he just built, if he can. Well, first, all right. First, I just need to do a step by step. So he wants to network off the same action. So just as a regular networking, I just go through the tiebreaker. So from Kidderminster, he'll link to a city that's already part of his network. So he has 2 of them that he can go to. So now the next tiebreaker, whichever one has the most industry, they both have 1. And then he'll link to the city with the most free spaces. So that'll be going up north here. And he has to use 1 of his coal. Now, for his second one, if there's no beer available now, but a connection to beer can be made, connect to it, but it can't. So he only builds the 1. So now back to end of round. Mine comes at 12. Starting to get some decent money flow in. And I might do the double. Let's see, because it costs 15 and 2 and 2. So I think I might do the double connection. Let me play this Wolverhampton. Yeah. Wolverhampton, spend 15. And I need to use, I'm doing 2 rail links. I need to spend 2 and 2 for these 2 at the market. So right into Birmingham and then into Walsall. And I use 1 of my own beer barrels. Now is my second action. I only have 2 monies. Not a lot. I could develop 1, so that way I can just get that level 4 pottery. Probably not the most efficient move, but for 1 money to use 1 of these, because there's no iron on the board, I'll develop my pottery, so now my level 5 is available. Okay, almost all my money spent. Draw 2. Coventry. Very nice. And Coventry. He is looking into Walsall to build a manufacturer industry. And Walsall is completely taken by my own buildings. So now his next action is he wants to link up out of Walsall. And he'll build his 2 links if he can. So I'm going to grab his 2 links. Walsall is connected to Gloucester, so he can always buy from the market if he needs to. So with all the tiebreakers, again, so link number 1, he'll look into the city that's part of his network. He has 2 of them. Then he'll go to whichever has the most industry. They're both the same. Then they both have the most free spaces. So then after all that, you're going to start from the city above and then just go around clockwise and then build at the first connection. So he'll go to Tamworth here. That one will use one coal from the market. And for link number 2, he can actually link over here and use his beer. So he'll take the. Well, no, I have my own beer. But he probably wants to use. Okay. If this is a second railroad link and there is no beer available, but connect. Okay, so there is beer available, so he doesn't have to reach out. So he will. His next one will go to Wolverhampton, and he's going to use my beer. So that'll flip over my brewery here. I get 5 income. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that was just one action. He just did one network of building a double link. So his second action is, as usual, he's trying to sell. He does have Worcester down here that he can sell. He has Tamworth up there that he can sell. But he only has one beer. So let's see this tiebreaker for selling. If there's more than one possible building for the sell action, or more than one brewery to take beer from, use these priorities. For all relevant buildings, count the number of Mautoma's links connecting to them, and subtract the number of player links, and you sell the one with the higher. So this one, he has one link and I have 0, so the value's 1. Same for this one, it's the same. In case of a tie, it just sells from the first alphabetically. So Tamworth, Worcester, so it'll be Tamworth. So I'm going to flip that to go all the way down here and take this barrel. He doesn't even have to use his own. Actually, what am I talking about? Yeah, he can just sell both. So yeah, he flips that using the merchant's barrel, and then he'll flip his other one using his own barrel. That's some pretty good planning. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. So now, that was, yeah, good moves. Double link and sold 2 buildings. So income, I'm getting 13. And do I have my 8 cards? Let's see. Alright, so I don't have the money yet. Build that ironworks. Okay, let's see. So for Coventry card, I'm gonna pay 7 for a level 2 ironworks there. And that's it, it just costs 7. So that one gives me 3 iron. Since I'm not connected, that just stays there, which now I just need the money for that pottery industry. Do I take a loan and that way I can just already have it out there? Because the last thing I want is for this guy to steal it. Oh, I think I might do that. So I'm going to use this Ironworks card. Oh, it's going to hurt. 1, 2, 3 money steps. But I need it. It'll be worth it. Alright. There you go. My 2 actions. Done. Draw 2. I got Birmingham and Kidderminster. Birmingham can be good because I can build it up. Give myself more points for my links. Where are you going, Mautoma? You want to build a brewery? First at Colebrookdale? That is unavailable because you already have it. What about Burton-on-Trent? That is available. That's up here. No one's on it. He has a level 3 brewery that he puts out there. He uses 1 iron. It has to come from the market. And it gets 2 barrels on it. Now, my turn. income. I'm at 10, so I'll take that. And let me just take care of this pottery. Oh, actually, sorry. Rewind for a second. Because that was only one action. So, his second action, he's going to try to sell if he can. He has no industries that he can sell. Then he'll try to develop. Right now it says develop if the cost is 2 or less, which there is one cube at 2, so he's only going to develop one if because he doesn't want to spend more than $2 to develop. But he's still going to get 3 points out of it. So he takes one cube off, gives himself 3 points. Okay, so those were his 2 actions. Now it's my turn, so I'll get my 10 monies. I will go to play this pottery card and spend 24 and 2 of my own iron there, or coal, sorry, for this level 5 pottery. So now I just need beer to be able to flip it, which I can do that. I have a couple of beer cards, so I'm going to put one out. I can put a level 2 brewery out for 7. And I have to buy one iron from the market, which is another 3. I'll take that off. My level 2 goes all the way up here. And Stafford, that's where I'm putting it. He's not close to me, and so I'll probably just sell it right away. Well, I need to make a connection so I can sell it, and then that way he doesn't mess with me at all. Just take care of it. Yep. So those are my 2 actions. Spent a lot of money. If I was playing with actual people, I would definitely go last. See what I draw. Worcester and Wolverhampton. It's Mautoma's turn. Wants to build a cotton mill. Let's see. Kidderminster does have another space. He does not need to build a link because he's already next to his own coal mine. So he has a level 4 up here. So we'll use one of his coal and 1 iron from the board. So that was 1 action. So now he tries to sell. So selling he can't do because he is 1 link away. So his second action is going to be building that link. So you can either build the link down here or up here. Let me just use the. I don't know if the link tiebreaker is going to work for that. Where was that selling action? So if the building is not connected to its merchant but only 1 link tile is missing, the Mautoma places that link tile. So there's 2 spots. I'm just going to use the tiebreaker, which right now is showing the bottom one. So he's going to put that link right there. He'll use one of his own coal, which good for him. He's about to flip that one over. So there are his 2 actions. Build and make 1 link. So income, I get 10. And now let me sell that pottery before I do something dumb and forget about it. Kinderminster is completely taken up, so I'll spend that card. use my own 2 beer barrels because that's how much it costs to flip this. So, and then I'll flip that beer barrel also. So the pottery gives me 5 income and the beer gives me 5 income. So that's 10 total. So I'm at 30, jump up to 40. Now for my second action. That doesn't work. Okay, that will be my second action. My first action will be playing this card and spending 5 to make this connection here and use my own coal, which will flip that one, so that's pretty nice too. So that'll make me go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my first action, build the link so I can actually sell it, and then sell it. Draw 2 cards, the last 2 cards from the deck. Both of them Colebrookdale. Mautoma wants to take one of the farms, the brewery. He actually has a connection to the south one, so he'll just do that as one of his actions. So he builds a level 3 down here, pops 2 barrels on there, sells 1 action. Now he sees if he can sell, which he does have 1 building that he can sell. He is connected, so he's going to flip that. There are multiple. Yeah, he's not oh yeah, he has to go to the wild one. He's not connected to the merchant over here for the free beer. And then again, to see which one he can take beer from, he has 2 options that he doesn't need links to. That doesn't matter. Okay, so it's just going alphabetically, it looks like. Even though one's a farm. Alright, Burden on Trent. That's 1 beer off you. Kind of crazy how it works. Because on hard mode, you take out a bunch of these manufacturer tiles, so that way he just jumps from level 2 to 6. But it's like that didn't even matter because he went up this route. And again, even though these cards are just randomized, somehow he just knows what to do. He puts out a bunch of cotton mills out. Ooh, man, it's gonna be rough. Alright, but I like that I have my potteries out. Now, maybe I just try to maximize my Birmingham, maybe? Maybe. Ooh, I can build that ironworks in Birmingham. Or anywhere, really. And just refill the market, make lots of money. Okay, Colebrookdale, I can do it over there. Because I'm not really using it for anything, so. My level 4 ironworks cost me 12. To go there, and since I'm connected to his, I need 1 coal, so I'll end up using his. Yeah, I give him 3 points, but hey, whatever. So this ironworks has 6 iron on it, and there's 6 spaces in the market, so it's all going to go over there, and I'm going to get paid for all of them. So the first 2 or 3 each, and then 2 each, and then 1 each. So I'm going to get 3, 6, 10, 12 money from that. Definitely take that, which causes this to flip. And as my second action, What am I looking at? Birmingham for crates. Ooh. Stafford, I have a lot of points just in there if I link up to you. I don't have any connection to the iron. Can't build a beer anywhere unless I make those connections. That's a tough one. Can I build this somewhere? I can't sell it to the market when I'm there. How much does that cost? 8 and 1 iron. Okay. So I'm going to build a coal mine. I have a level 3, so it's going to cost me 8. There's no iron on the board, so I have to spend 1 more. So let me make myself some change real quick. Take 1 more. Use 1 iron. So that level 3 will go there. It gets 4 coal. Oh, what am I talking about? It is connected to the market down this way. So I get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 money and flip this. So get 8 from the bank. And when I flip that, my income goes up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, those are my 2 actions. I have no cards to draw. So now Mautoma. Looking up at Stafford, I've already taken that pottery. You can do that. Birmingham, he can do that though. He has a level 2 manufacturer. He'll take that spot. He has to use 1 iron, which will come from the market. Now, as his second action, he will sell it. So he only has 1 building to sell. He's not connect. He's only connected to the wild, not over here. So he'll flip that. Use the 1 beer up here. Flip that. So those are his 2 actions. Oh, my income is at 18. So 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, there's only 3 rounds left before final scoring, so I really need to maximize here. What can I even do? I don't know. Do I just go link crazy and just try to make points from stuff already on the board? I can go coal mine crazy and try to get those out. Nah, those don't make a lot of points. I go beer crazy, 7 points of those flip. And beers have double links, but I might just start going link crazy. I just don't have access to the beer to do double links unless I do this first. So let's see. Build 1 link for 5. Let's see. I need iron for my links, so should I... Oh no. Dudley, Worcester, Birmingham, Nuneaton. Colbrookdale's taken. Worcester, Wolverhampton. Nope. All right, let's just get on with this. So Stafford for 5 plus 1 more for the coal. Now this spot will give me 4 points. So will Tamworth. Maybe I just surround Birmingham. This one. Let me do Oxford here. And then for my second move, I'll do Birmingham. Spend 10 plus 2 to build a manufacturer there. Okay. I kind of have a plan in my head. We'll see. I just hope I make enough points. I like that in this game you can't really tell until it's time to count them all up. He's looking at Redditch, which is completely taken up by mine, so he's not doing that. But he wants to build a link out of it now. There's only one space for a link. Goes there. He knows there's 4 points waiting for him. And he has to use 1 coal, which will come from the market. Now his second action, he's going to sell. Does he have any buildings to sell? No, he doesn't. So now my turn. My income is 18. Two rounds left. How do I make the most of this? Can I build another and then sell? No, I can't build a level 1 house. Okay, so Colbrookdale to sell. I'm going to sell this one here. My money goes up 1. I'm going to use this barrel here from the merchant. So money goes up 2 more as a bonus. And then my second card. Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to make a bunch of links. I'd like to get... Oh, man. I can't build that brewery anywhere. Unless I overbuild. Would that be... Because if I overbuild and then start doing double links, I think that'll be worth it. So this is actually the first time I've ever overbuilt. So I'm going to play a brewery card. And my brewery that I only have... So these are the same amount of points. So it doesn't matter which one I overbuild. But I don't want him to take it. So I'm going to do my own. So my level 3 cost 9 and 1 iron, so that'll be 2 more money, so it'll cost you 11 total. So I use 1 iron. So what that does is I take away an old one there and build a new one on top of it. Yeah, I'm missing out on some points, but I think it'll be worth it for getting points elsewhere. So that's the end of that. Mautoma turn. He would build an ironworks or look into it if the price of iron was 4 or more, which right now it's 2, so he's not going to do that. He wants to put some beer out. First looking at Nuneaton, he can't do it. I already taken it. Walslaw is already taken from me. So now he's just going to do a network action. First looking at Nuneaton, he is in there, so he can make those connections. Now it's just a matter if he can build 2 of them or not. So his first one looks. Uh, let me go through this again because he does have some options. So he wants to link to where it's already part of his network, which is all three places coming out of there. Then he'll link to the city with the most industry tiles, which now it's tied for Birmingham and Coventry. And then he'll look with the most free spaces, which is Birmingham. So he's taking some of those Birmingham points as well. So that one takes one coal, which will come from the market. It's connected. And then for his second one, he has his own beer, so he can just build it anywhere. And this one has the most industry tiles, so he's going to capitalize on those points and then use one of his beers. If he ends up using, I mean, he's probably going to use both of his beers, but it's like he was just sitting on him waiting for him to do moves like this. But now, income phase, I'm getting 19, so I'll turn one of these in and get 20. So I'm going to just do like a double link, double network, double link action. So for one card, spend the 15. Each coal right now is 3 at the market, so that's 6 total for 2 of them. And then we used one of my beers. So now I've paid everything for 2 rails. What'll give me the most points? Let me just take over Birmingham. So that's 1. And this is 4 points right here, just sitting there. So now for my second action, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Oh no, I'm $1 short. Because to take the 2 coals, it would cost 8 total. So I have 15 for the payment, and then if I wanted both of those coals, it would cost 8, and I'm at 7. No, so that means I won't be able to flip my beer. That would have been such an awesome move. And then just make more points wherever I want. Yeah, there's not really anything I can do about that. All I can do is just build 1. And then that brewery's not going to be flipped for those 7 points. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, well I guess I'm just spending 5 in a coal, which is gonna make some change because that coal costs 4. So 9 total for just 1 link. Well, it's gonna give me the most points. So this one is 4 points. This one's 3. That one's 4 points. So it's the same. This one's 4. That one's 5 points. Ooh, this one's actually 4, 5, 6 points. So I think that one. Whoops! Put it on the boat side. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 points. That'll work. Alright, now his last action, and then we go into counting up final points. Hopefully I did enough. And this last round, I don't do an income phase. I don't think, yeah, your money in your hand doesn't actually matter. I think if a tiebreaker comes in, it's where your bracket is. So he wants to build an ironworks if the cost is 2 or more. Right now it is a 2. So he's going to try to do it in Coventry, but Coventry is completely full. And then he's going to look at Colebrookdale, which that one is completely full. So he can't do that. So now he looks at the next action. A coal mine, looking at Wolverhampton, which is right there. But I've already taken that spot, so he can't do that. So now he's just going to do a network action. So first he's looking out of Wolverhampton, see if we can build 2. So there's 3 spots coming out of there. The first one, he's definitely going into Colbrooksdale. That's where he has a network already. The second one, see, and he's going to use his last beer too. He's going to use both of these coals. Not that it matters right now. This next one, everything's the same. There's no buildings, so he just starts from the one on top. He just takes that, and he uses his last barrel, which flips that. That way he can get points, more points from it at the end. And that's the end now. I just have to tally everything up and see if I did enough to beat the Mautoma on the hard mode. First time doing it on hard mode. So points wise, I am okay. Yeah, so points wise, I'm behind. So I'm going to count up mine first for the links. So start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for that one. Up here, that one is 4. This one, so everything out of Birmingham is 3, and then plus whatever. So 3 plus 3, so 6. This one is 5. We have 6 total here. This one is 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. And this one is 4. Looks like all my links. So on just links, I made 41 points. I'm at 49 right now. So that puts me right at 90. Now for him. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. This one's 1. This one is 4. This one's 5. So we have 4, 5, 6 here. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points here. 3 here. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. And his last one is 4. 43 points. So he even outlinked me. So plus his 57. So he is at 100 points. So I'm 10 points behind. I have to see. Hopefully I made enough points in buildings, but ooh. Okay, first I'm just going to take away this building here because it's not getting me any points. So since I'm falling behind, I'm going to take all my buildings so I can organize them and count them up. Let's see. Pottery's a big old 20. Let's see, that's 10. 11 plus 9, that's another 20. So that little combos, that's a lot. Another 10 and 9 here. So I made 20, 40, 50, 60, 69 points just on buildings plus my 90. So I'm at 159. All right, now the Mautoma's buildings. See, that's 10. 10. 10 there. 10. And then some other miscellaneous stuff. So let's see, just in the groups of 10, that's 40 points plus that's 9 plus another 9 plus 12. Well, he made 70 points off buildings. Holy cow. So he's already at 100. So I put him at 170. Wow. That was so I was 9. I lost by 9 points to Mautoma on hard mode. So I'm definitely not ready for the variant within this of random or the turn order. But I do like that it was a really, really good challenge. Because easy mode was very easy. And I've only played this game maybe like 5 times, and the first 2 was with a buddy of mine, and then these last 3 have been with this Mautoma. So I did easy mode, hard mode, and easy, medium, and hard. So let me record this real quick. My spanking here. Mautoma got 170, and I'm at 159. Save. So yeah, let's see. On easy mode, I beat him 173 to 128. Medium, 159 and 141. So that was a close game. Well, it was getting closer. And this one, I lost by 11 points. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. If you're looking for a good solo mode, I haven't tried the other ones. I know there's like a George and Eliza and Ibana and who knows what else, but there's like people who have really liked this game, so they want their solo mode AIs. But I just jumped into the Mautoma because I recently got the game, so it gave plenty of time for people to make the solo mode variants. But I really like this one. He was doing moves that were very smart just for being on the cards, like saving his barrels until the very end. He knew I couldn't use them. And then somehow he still used it at the very last turn, which I'm sure gave him just enough points. I think that barrel flip was like 7 plus 2 more for the links. Yeah, whereas if I would have had one more money, I don't know if in the second era if it's pounds or libras or euros, but if I would have had one more money, I could have used my barrel. I could have double linked. That would have given me 7 points, and then plus whatever points were on my links. Ooh, man, that would have either 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I could have tied it if I could have found at least 4 points off links. Yep. 1 money short from making it a much closer game. But anyways, awesome game. Awesome Mautoma. Let's see if I can give credit to who made it. Board Game Geek. Where are files? Let's see. Mauro Gibertoni. I'm sure I just butchered that up, but yeah, he did a awesome job. And they have different Mautomas on their website. Maybe like 7 of them, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but if you have their games, then recommend definitely checking out the Mautoma. Spelled just like that. Moutoma. I just I I just printed them out in black and white. They could look better if I printed out color, but and I just sleeved them with some playing cards inside just to make it a little give a little stiffness to it. That way they're not so flimsy. But super easy to use once you know what you're looking at. Doesn't take long to set up the deck between rounds and the beginning of the game. But yeah, it's pretty good when you can find an AI that beats you, and it's not just because they got magical points from doing everything. It's like everything he did made sense. Yeah, the only thing magical about this one is that they don't have to spend money, which sometimes they might do something on the very first round. In the normal game, you start with 17 money, and then they might do an action that cost them 18, but it is what it is. But it's a very good challenge. And that's it for me. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Dante, and hope you enjoyed watching myself versus a Mautoma on hard mode. I know I did. And catch you on the next game.